Like, you want to do something and they want to know the ins and outs of everything, who you are, what your age is, inside leg measurement. Something you don't want to give them. You know, you might be happier being sort of incognito all the time. I would. Because you know, they've already sent me an income tax form to fill out. Because I'm close to retirement. I mean, it's unbelievable. Nobody else bothers. But all the income tax, they're straight on it. Want to know how much you got, what other pensions you got, what savings you got, what interest you get. I mean, whatever it is against your civil liberties myself.
I downloaded, I got it somewhere. What do you call it? Human Rights, the Human Rights Act. Quite interesting. The one for you and me to read tells you absolutely nothing, but there's a lawyer's version, so I downloaded that. I've got to have a look at that. See if it's got anything of interest on there. Someone feel.
Yeah, I expect there is things of interest in there, but understanding it is another matter, isn't it? All this legal jargon, they only do it so as you can understand it, and they do. So that if it ever comes to it, they can tie you up in knots, but you can't do the same. Until you spend a load of money on another lawyer to sort your side of it out, and tie them up in knots, and so it goes on. But I'm beginning to quite admire Dave, if that's how he's living, and he's not sort of, you know, he's a perfect dropout.
Well, he got a small pension, which he got from the water when they made him redundant, retired him off, and he's lived on that for, you know. I mean, he managed to get, as I say, he managed to get a bus pass. So we had to nag him for that, and he got £250 last year for the, what do you call it, for the eating allowance, but he ain't got a £60 one. I never asked him, actually, he's going to, of course, keep sending up the citizens of rights. Everybody else had their £60, but he never had it. Of course, he wasn't going to spend it on heating or nothing like that. It was going to be on a new radio and something else.
Well, that's funny. See, my daughter today, I phoned her up tonight, and she said, oh, she gets a £200 eating allowance, and not so long ago, she had a letter saying they was giving her another £50 when that real cold weather was on, because it went down below freezing. And she said, oh, because I looked at me on my bank statement, she said, and there was £50. I wonder where it come from. Anyway, tonight she said, oh, they'd give me another £60. I said, well, it ain't gone down below freezing, not for ages and ages. She said, well, there's £60 in my bank, and I don't know where it come from. It can only be them. Of course, mine gets paid into the building society, and unless I go along there with the book and get them to total it all up, I don't know what goes in there.
Yeah, what I say. It's all, what's the word for it? That all goes funny, doesn't it? I would tell them how much money I had, let's put it that way, put in the income tax, how much money I got them in stuff away. I'd never tell them that, so I ain't got anything, but if we did have anything, I didn't think I would. You know, you got a right to that, haven't you? If you've got any money saved up or whatever. I would, yeah, move it, if you know what I mean. Put it somewhere where it's not, you know, or tell them, if they ask for information, like, you know, where to pay into, blah, 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 set up a new bank account or whatever, have it paid in there, if you know what I mean, that would be helpful.
G3WR mobile. Well, the thing is, Mike, it's not so much they want to know what savings you've got. What they want to know is how much interest it's earning, so they can tax that. I mean, they can't tax the actual savings, but they can tax the interest. Now, if you've got it in an ISA, that's tax-free, so you don't have to tell them that. That's none of their business, because it's tax-free, the interest, isn't it? But if it's an ordinary account, and it earns interest, they want to know, so they can take 20% income tax out of it. Now when I retired, I'll get my pension, and I got half of my twice.